Folks, this is going to be my one and only video I make regarding my history with Cooper. I'm not going to go on Lindy's panel. I don't go on panels anymore, folks. I do not go on panels anymore. Because when I go on panels, okay, I make people money. It's called hate donations. Because I'm hated, okay? And just me being on a panel alone, they get lit up like a Christmas tree. Just like Holly did last week when I went on her panel. She made $200. So the bottom line is this. I came into, okay, my history on YouTube. Okay. I have been going on YouTube since the fall of 2006. Okay? And on April 13th, 2008, I created the BERGS Show, channel which you see. I don't have any troll accounts, folks. This is the flagship station. I am the last of the Mohicans. I am the last of the Mohicans. I am half Puerto Rican, half Italian. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo se llama? Me llamo es Cristobal. ¿Y tú? Mucho gusto. The bottom line is this, folks. I've had a channel for 13 years and 3 months? 13 years and 3 months. This is July. This is my birthday month. Bottom line is this. I made my first video in 2008. I didn't do anything for the rest of 2008. I mean, I was on YouTube all the time, watching videos, doing stuff, following anti-Scientology stuff, things like that for years. 2013 and 2014, I probably did about 50 to 100 videos. Me playing the guitar. That's when I finally got a smartphone. That's when I smartened up in 2013. Right? I was able to record, film something to a phone, and then upload it to YouTube. Before then, I just had, those flip phones and things like that. Okay? You're hearing from a low-tech guy. And I like it that way. So the bottom line is this. Then I stumbled into a community called the YTDC, the YouTube drinking community, about 2009. And that's where you see Lydia, AF Lydiot. Okay? She followed me in here, folks. Okay? Met her from Black Metal Troy's BMT, Scum Show 322, years ago. 5 years ago. I stumbled into the BOYT in December of 2017. I was always interested in Volkswagen buses because I was somewhat of a hippie. I'm a Grateful Dead fan. I went to a lot of Dead shows in the early 90s to mid 90s. And, you'd see a lot of those Volkswagen buses, the camper vans, whatever, from the 60s and 70s. I would watch YouTube videos on that. And to make a long story short, I found Nomadic Fanatics and blah, 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 elbow, blah, 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 stickers, and somehow came into the community. Rosie O'Kelly. Started going on Rosie O'Kelly's panels in January of 2018. I guess that's when I popped my BOYT cherry. And Cooper was on there all the time. Cooper, Ellie, J. Greg Campbell, Lori Green, Nicole Green, Nicole G. Right? Francis Mangina, Cooper, super duper, help me out with my computer. Hey, Rosie, why do you have to have the Bergs in here? I hate the Bergs. Hey, Drury, I'm down here in Lago, Florida. I hopped on my Mr. Mobility. I went to the Walmart. I got some sardines and some lentil soup. And I got a nice, cute little yellow brassiere and a nice top. Come over and I'll model it for you. So the bottom line is, you had Maxine in there, Hey, Rosie girl. You had Missy Jen. You had all the OGs, right? Teresa. Cooper was always on there. Jinx. Joshy Bingham. A lot of other people, right? And then I guess I kind of became friends with Cooper. I don't know. And we exchanged emails. I called him a few times. We talked on the phone a few times. Because I had a lot of growing pains here. Because I came in hard. Because, you had LCD down here, pretending to be a millionaire. Mike the $1 Million Man. So I basically tried to come in here, kind of like a WWF angle, being another millionaire, right? So I made up this whole Amazon thing. But everyone knew that was all a angle. I was a heel, Everyone knew that was an angle. That was a shoot. Okay? And even Cooper knew it. I kept it going for a while, but then everyone, come on. If I was worth $50 million, come on. So the bottom line is, Cooper and I'm not going to say we were friends. We were friendly for a while. Sometimes we weren't. And I'll be honest with you. Sometimes he would troll me, pretty hard. And we had our ups and downs. And then Rosie stopped doing the panels. And then, Cooper started taking over. It really wasn't so much of Cooper. It was J. Greg Campbell who was really the problem. Because he would boot me off every single panel. He had such a quick trigger finger with the Bergs on Rosie's and also on Cooper's. Cooper would send me the link, and I would say to Cooper, dude, you can't let Greg do what he does. But Greg would get intoxicated and just do whatever he wanted to do. And after a while, I would just say, hey, man, the hell with this. And I just stopped going over to Cooper's, and that's pretty much it. Occasionally, he'd pop in my room. He lit me up a couple times. And then he kind of disappeared from the BOYT. Probably in like late 2019. You know, I think some of it had to do with Rosie meeting up with LCD and that whole crowd that Cooper was rolling with, Ellie and all them. You know, nobody liked LCD. And then there was a kind of a fracture, a falling out. And that's my opinion in why Rosie didn't even make a video on this, on, you know, Cooper's passing until now. Because I was freaking texting her last night because I found out about it because Corey So Fuggit made a video about it. About, you know, Cooper passing away. And I was like, you know, blowing up, you know, Rosie's phone. I think, you know, just like when Missy Jen left the rancho, Rosie didn't say anything. I would go live all the time saying, come on, where is Missy Jen, you know? So yeah, I am going to take some credit for that. For Rosie even mentioned it today. I am. Once Cooper left, never heard from him again, folks. Never heard from him again. I reached out to him 2 or 3 times over the last year and a half during the pandemic. I didn't have his phone number. I had his email. I emailed him 2 or 3 times and said, hey man, what's up? How's it going? Berg's here, you know, what's going on? Normally, back in the day when he was around, he would always respond to me. Even if we were like fighting or something, he would always respond to me. He never did. And then when I heard about this, I'll be honest with you, it kind of shook me up. I only got about 2 or 3 hours of sleep last night. So, about Cooper, I know he loves Cher. I always loved, you know, Cher. I think, you know, Cher's also a great actress. You know, the movie Mask is one of my favorite movies. Cooper was actually a great piano player. Yes, self-taught. Cooper was a great pianist. Yep. Yeah. Very sassy guy. All the women loved him. Hey, you know what? I'm not dumb. If the roles were reversed and if I had passed away, there would not be an outpouring of emotion. All you people hate me, okay? You'd be making videos celebrating it. But the bottom line is this. I never hated him, okay? We got into it a few times. But it was mostly just, you know, weekend drunken shenanigans. And with that being said, I mean, that's really my history with him. Only knew him for a couple, you know, and never met him, you know, talked to him on the phone a few times. Yeah. But he was only 42 years old, you know. Don't really know how he passed. Don't need to know. So that's none of my business. And that's my history with him. With that being said, rest in peace. Cooper. BERGS out.